And good day, everybody. Welcome back to Grand Tacticians of the Civil War. This is the Confederate campaign. In this latest episode, Albert Sidney Johnston's Army of the West continue his Mississippi campaign and engages another isolated Union corps stuck on the banks of the Mississippi as we have a third battle of Mississippi. That and a whole lot more on this latest episode of Grand Tactician, the Civil War. So, Albert Sidney Johnston's Army of the West is just rolling up the Union forces along the Mississippi as Price's corps, with the assistance of Wheeler, even though Wheeler really didn't contribute that much, maybe in intelligence reporting, but Price just hammered the Army of the Mississippi, whose effective strength is now down to 7,000 as 7,000 stragglers retreating. There's still the 36th Army and Army of the Northwest, a combined 49,000 men there. Hopefully we can still converge our corps on to assist. Hopefully we can converge all our corps in that battle, as no one was able to assist Price. So it looks like, yes, the river is going to be a barrier. So April 20th, 1862, we just coming off a major victory against the Union forces in the West. Although their numbers still keep growing, we are now outnumbered by 140,000 men. Although we did just capture a bunch of rifles. To the victor goes the spoils. Let's see what they have available. Slack's division gets the Plains rifle. Range 400 yards. Accuracy very good. So actually might be actually better than the Springfield. They'll keep that Plains rifle. Price receiving all kinds of fame. So yeah, Price has 1 star. Longstreet 2. Hill has 1 star. Cheatham 2 stars now. Yeah, this Army of the West is very battle-hardened now. Buckner's looking like a demotion is possibly on the way for him, as you have people like Longstreet that may have earned themselves that promotion. We will not do that mid-campaign. How's our Army of Kansas doing? Suffering some low supplies. Yeah, supply lines are just too far apart. But Tillman's going to build a depot here, and then probably build a depot at Fort Scott. They'll hold out and hopefully gain some more supplies before we move on to Lawrence, to take Lawrence, Topeka, and Fort Leavenworth. Army of the Kentucky right now. We have Archer's Corps in position. Looks like we built our depot out of Harrodsburg. And we'll build a depot here in Lexington. We will also build one here in Louisville. And then we'll move on towards Cincinnati. There doesn't seem to be any Union presence in southern Indiana or Ohio. And the southern part of Indiana has gone to the Confederates. And back east, Ewell's Corps is still trying to subjugate Baltimore. Looks like our depots have upgraded here in Washington, D.C. and is the Frederick depot upgraded? Still currently being upgraded. I think we have an opportunity. We've got remnants of the Army of Pennsylvania and Army of Potomac. Only about 20,000 men, it looks like, holding up here around Annapolis at Fort McHenry. Once we can get Lee's Corps in a better readiness stance, and once Baltimore is taken, I think we can converge all 3 corps, Magruder, Lee, and Ewell, onto Annapolis. I think that'll be the next step of the Maryland campaign. So the Department of the Interior recruiting some 30,000 new recruits. Oh, James is all the way... Why is George James all the way in the Florida Panhandle? I'm trying to take him forever. Alright, so let's move on to the next day, as we're going into the end of April already. Ewell isn't able to secure Baltimore yet. We got the ironworks. Cal Squadron engaging. It looks like the army crossing. Union Army trying to cross the Mississippi, and Cal Squadron has engaged them. Let's move up Buckner. Let's get Price's Corps back on the move. Still no engagement, though. Price's Corps keeps moving forward. Shields is withdrawing. I wonder if that's the commander of the 36th Army. Oh, we have an engagement. Well, Buckner, St. Louis Division, and Price's Corps taking on the 36th Army. So another battle along the Mississippi. Union fielding 26,000 men under the command of Major General Colquitt, but the Confederacy has managed to combine an army of 70,000 men to confront that small force. Our scouts report the enemy is near the Mississippi, and our army is to prepare for battle. We are facing the 36th Army under the command of Charles K. Colquitt. With strength of some 26,000 men, 43 guns, the enemy army is green, and morale is reported to be confident. Reports indicate their supply situation outstanding. Our supply situation is outstanding as well. April 27th, 1862. We command the entire field. We're supposed to defend our position. Well, let's see. Right now we only have Buckner's Corps. St. Louis Division, Price's Corps, and Hood's Corps arriving. Hood still has 15 hours, so we don't have our full force on the field. So I guess we'll defend these objectives here while we wait for reinforcements. Alright, so here's our initial deployment, just defending these objective areas and waiting for reinforcements to arrive. As we actually, if the full Union force is on the field, we actually are outnumbered at the moment. Our first reinforcements should be here by the next hour. It is partly cloudy with 59 degrees. Weather is good for warfare. Visibility may be slightly hampered, but not much. Enemy numbers have kind of ballooned up to 30,000 at the original 26,000. Still no reinforcements yet, but we will wait it out as we are considered the defender. Looks like one of our reinforcements have arrived. Blanchard has arrived. I don't know if Blanchard has seen any action at all. I think they'll just try to link up with the main force, but on the other side of Hunt's Ridge here, in this opening right here. Yep, first battle experience. They do have regular training, so they've been drilling and drilling well. We are still outnumbered, though. On paper, we have the larger force, but this is why we fight the battles, folks. Here we go. So the Union is going to try to take advantage of our lack of reinforcements at the moment. Price has arrived. And there's much cheering as Price's famed corps has arrived. It looks like the Union troops are wavering already, though. All right, let's deploy Longstreet's men. As now we probably should outnumber the Federals. Yep. Now we outnumber them. We only see the one brigade from the Union Army, though. So Slack puts out some skirmishers, and that sends the lead Federal element scurrying back. Oh, that broke Gibson right away. We're going to move Loring forward. All right, now we can go on the offensive. They only took 15 casualties. Maybe they just realize the predicament that they are in. All right, here comes some Union reinforcements. All right, Slack's brigade. Going straight after this first battery. Now we see the bulk of the Union force, so Withers' flank is under threat, though. Let's readjust our line. Blanchard's in a position, though, to hit the Union flank this time around. Let's deploy some skirmishers. Holmes's brigade is going to got some skirmishers along the road here. One thing about the Western Army is you don't see a lot of feuding going around. George T. Anderson wants a little bit of action here. He's going in for the attack on 2nd Brigade. General West. You have General Ricketts. Root. Whose division is this? Deschler's division. Again, we might have another situation to score a major victory. Blanchard is not moving. They still have an order delay. So all sights are set on this 1st Brigade that is holding the center along this road. Move up these guns of Wadsworth Battery. A lot of heavy fighting along the road here. Union Army suffering 1,100 casualties. As we've already broken 1 brigade. See if we can get Chetham's division on the left, on our left, their right flank. Let's move Price's headquarters forward. Walker's Brigade under artillery fire, though. Let's move Pelam's artillery to the right flank to counter fire this artillery here. Oh, they're moving up their guns. We have broken Roots Brigade that was guarding the main road. So Crittenden is one of the division commanders. See, Anderson has outpaced his division command. Anderson very eager. He also has a perk. Let's do Deadly Volley. He's actually receiving a Deadly Volley right now as we speak. But he's found some cover along this railroad cut. Robert H. Anderson is going to come into support of George T. Anderson. Try to get Blanchard now around the flank and into the rear of the Union position. Slack is low on ammunition. That's probably just the detachment. So Union is trying to fight a fighting withdrawal. It looks like they are slowly withdrawing back while firing back at us. Both Anderson brigades are... George Anderson has suffered quite a bit of casualties, though. See, B is now getting in position on the left of George Anderson. Well, they have nice artillery support. I did not see this a second ago. That's probably where George Anderson's taking a lot of their casualties. Looks like the Union is falling back even further. There's some good defensive terrain right here for them to use. I think they discovered Blanchard on their rear. He's going to try to charge this position. You hear the rebel yell. B's brigade dressed all in red. Makes them look really menacing. So the inexperienced Union armies of the West have just been getting beaten back time and time again. We've really got this Union brigade in a real jam. Can't even read the name. We're at 16.6% casualties. We've taken a few more casualties in this battle. Let's position Blanchard's men so that they can take advantage of the situation once the Union commander decides to retreat, which they look like they're about to. Yep, enemy is retreating. Oh, we're already at 23% casualties. We might be able to pull off another major here. They've given us 52 seconds. Looks like that. So Longstreet's division in pursuit again. Walker's brigade is trying to... He's got these Union brigades stuck on this creek here. See if we can't take these guns. You can feel the panic in the Federal lines. And now Blanchard has a chance to fight for the very first time. Daniel Frost trying to take some guns. Oh, 27.9. We got 20 seconds. We gotta get a few more percentage points of casualties. Let's see, a charge by Walker into this retreating and tired Union brigade should do the trick. 28.7% casualties. We need 31% casualties. Let's see, there's 10 seconds left. Let's pause this. Where are we at? 30.1%. Show them what you got, boys. All charging after the retreating Federals. You hear the screams of the rebel yell right now. You see a shiver down the Union lines as they all realize what's about to happen. .6, we can't get the 31. They're not going to let me get the major. Come on, Breckinridge. Major victory, we got it. 30.7. Yep, major victory. Not as lopsided as before. Still took 35 of their guns. So that's 2 major victories in a row against the armies along the Mississippi. The enemy has reportedly suffered a total casualties of 8,400 men, 967 killed, 1,400 captured. Their morale is believed to be nervous. Casualties total on our side 1,300, 246 killed, 212 missing, and the rest wounded. Our morale is determined. Our supply situation is critical. We have captured another 5,200 rifles and 18 guns from the battlefield. I mean, national morale is way low for the Union, but their national support still remains strong. Morale of armies is deteriorating. We still have the advantage. We haven't broken Union morale. We need to get Union support. Now, I will say it does look like the Union is ready to go back on the offensive in Maryland. Ewell might be in a bad spot. We're going to actually change our stance to defensive. And he's going to retreat back to DC. Alright everyone, that will conclude this latest episode of Grand Tactician the Civil War. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. If you enjoy the content so far, also subscribe if you choose. I appreciate your time. I'll see you in the next one.